Women Innovators. Interviews with women with big messages and big missions, sharing their stories to inspire you to live your passion and step up to make the world a better place. Here's your host, Tammy Patzer.
Hi, everyone. This is Tammy Patzer, and I'm really excited to be part of the Champions Book Project, Mentoring Creates Change, which benefits Memories in a Mansion. And today we're going to be interviewing one of the authors in the book, Loubna Zarrou, and we're here with Diana Alde-Regia, who is the creator of the Champions Book Project and Memories in a Mansion. So before we talk with Loubna, let's ask Diana to explain a little bit more about Champions and also Memories in a Mansion. Diana?
Thank you, Tammy. I'd be happy to. Memories in a Mansion is a global leadership academy empowering the lives of over 10 million young women at risk. We are transforming them into strong and compassionate, self-sufficient leaders that they can maintain themselves and pay it forward also in the future. Our academy takes these young women off the streets, and many of them aging out of foster care, victims of domestic violence and being trafficked, and puts them into our hands-on extended program in-house, where they have food, room and board, they have personal development courses, they have hygiene, they have they have business skills, they have public speaking skills, career planning, they have training, coaching, mentoring, self-worth. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And the Champions book fits into that because we all have challenges. We all have had a champion in our life and someone who's helped us get to where we are now. So in Champions, Mentoring Creates Change, I've gathered a group of phenomenal people, hand-selected, because I haven't, it's been one-on-one, and they've explained how they've made it to where they are today, how they've succeeded, how they've overcome their challenges, how no matter how dark it is or how bad it is, or our perception of how bad it is, it will get better. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Wow, that is really phenomenal. And what I do know for a fact is that the Memories in a Mansion project and the Champions Book Project are all representative of something that is really needed in the world today. We all do need mentors. And with that, I'm really excited to learn more about you, Loubna Zarrou. And before I ask you about your chapter, I'm going to share a little bit more about who you are. So everyone, Loubna Zarrou is the founder and CEO of the Exponential Hero, international best-selling author, speaker, and transformational coach. Loubna teaches multi-passion entrepreneurs how to transition from feeling stuck and frustrated to authentically doing what they love. With more than 18 years of work experience as an IT professional and change manager at the national government, she helps entrepreneurs to get rid of the feeling of being stuck in their personal and professional development using the science of happiness. So think about it. Loubna went from being a scientist to using the science of happiness. So that in itself is really interesting. So Loubna, tell me more about the chapter that you wrote in the Champions book.
Yes, I will. Thank you for the opportunity to share my story. What I really love about the book project is that it's around mentors. And I've had the fortunate luck, you could say, that I've had several mentors in my life. But as soon as Diana explained what it was about, there was one name that popped up in my head instantly. And it's someone that has been with me for 15 years. And I get to call him a very good friend of mine, but he didn't start out that way. He started out as my very first manager, my second job ever as an IT professional. And he taught me so much, and he has the most profound impact on my life that through honoring him by writing the chapter about him, I felt that I truly hope that everyone gets that one person like him in their lives.
So what about this person who meant so much to you as a mentor? What would you say are the top things that he taught you that really helped you?
Well, what he taught me specifically is that there is a necessary balance between personal development and professional development. At the time, I was working for an organization where there was a lot of focus on professional development, and we were sent to courses and conferences. But you can have all of the tools and strategies professionally. If you're not working on yourself, then you might not be as successful as you can be. And he really emphasized that personal development area. One of the things that he taught me is in the beginning of my career, I'm a fast processor. So when people talk, I can literally think about the sentences that they're going to say before they thought of them. And I used to just jump in and finish their story. Like, that's where I was going to. How do you know that? And his very first advice that he shared with me is that is a talent. Do not ever lose it. Just be mindful that not everyone is like you, and that you have this specific talent, specific personality. And if you want to cooperate with people, then it's really important to be mindful of the fact that other people are not as fast as you, and that it might be helpful to start looking at the nonverbal cues that other people are exhibiting. So, you need to rewind and take them on that journey with you so they get why you ended up where you ended up.
That's really fascinating, because it is interesting how some people are faster processors and they're like waiting for you to get to the point. So with that in mind, I had a question related to what you're doing now. So you went from being this IT professional, which is very regimented and very left-brained, to now you're working with people, and you called it the science of happiness. So tell me a little bit about how you went from point A to point B, and what does that really mean, this science of happiness?
Yes, I will. Well, when I started working right after university, I made one pact with myself, and that is have fun. If I'm not having fun, I'll leave. So in about the 2 decades that I've been employed now, I left 3 times because I was not having fun anymore. And because of that very conscious decision, I got my colleagues or people in the clients that I met telling me, you only do what you enjoy doing. And I'm like, yes, I do. Is there another way? And they would literally tell me, yeah, there is another way. I said, well, if I can do it, so can you. And number one, when they responded was, but I'm different. And when the first time that I heard that, it didn't register with me. But by the time I heard it for the 4th and 5th time, I was like, do you really believe I was born this way? Then you're mistaken. If you had known me when I was a young girl, you would have met the most introverted and shy person in the planet. The most. Most people can't imagine that right now because they see me on stages speaking and open and relatable, and I'm like, I wasn't this way. It was a very conscious decision, and I worked at it to make it happen that I only do what I enjoy doing. If I don't enjoy it, I just don't do it. And that got me to a point at the end of about 2017, because I literally had hundreds of people tell me I can't do that, and I would meet frustrated individuals thinking, I know there's more to me. I know I want to do what I enjoy doing, but I just believe I'm different. I don't know how. So I decided, you know what? I want to spend the next decade full time helping those people who don't know how or have absolutely no idea that their limiting story is I'm different, to help them change and basically do what I do also. And the science of happiness, where that jumped in, is that in 2016, I was like, I'm open to doing another course or a conference, but I'm open to something new. And the universe literally brought to me on LinkedIn, I still remember it, an advert on a workshop around happiness at work. And I was like, what's that about? Never heard about it. And I just clicked and I thought, you know what? It's a one day. It's near me, so I don't have to travel that much. It wasn't expensive, so it was a really good investment. And I went, and what I learned there, I was like, oh, this is it. This is what I can use to help people who want to do what they enjoy doing. And there is a science to it. That's what I found out, is that there is a lot of scientific research on the benefits of happiness and how you can implement it in your life.
So you have chosen to work with entrepreneurs. Why did you choose entrepreneurs over, say, people in the corporate world?
Yeah, I chose entrepreneurs because I am an entrepreneur myself. And second is, a lot of the entrepreneurs that I help and support are wanting to impact the world. So they didn't just become an entrepreneur because of the freedom, but they want to impact, well, millions. We've heard Diana say 10 million. My number is 10 million. And I'm surrounded by people who have 10 million, 100 million, even 1 billion as an impact number. And I do not want them to stay stuck or frustrated just because they're limiting themselves in gaining that impact, because I truly believe that the world needs it and entrepreneurs can do it faster.
So when you talk about the limiting belief of I'm different, that it sounds to me like over the years, what is it that people were thinking made them so different?
Well, some of the things they were thinking, one is that they've been conditioned by their environment, their managers, their colleagues, other family members, into saying, no, you shouldn't do that, you should dim yourself, or you can't do that, just don't even try, all sorts of those stories. And the people that we surround ourselves have a huge impact on what we can and cannot do. And they're still simply did not build up the resilience and the optimism to challenge those stories, and just decided to adopt them anyways. That's what I found the most. People literally think, yeah, but I've been told so many times that you can't do that. Don't even try. It's too difficult for you. You're better off doing this or that. And so it's literally conditioning from the environment.
I think that's interesting, because if you think about mentoring and the Memories in a Mansion program, it really is about undoing some of that limiting beliefs and all of that conditioning about how, well, this is just the way my life is because I was born into it, or you know, somebody said that this or that or the other thing. So I find it very interesting. So what is your big vision? You want to impact millions. So what is the big vision, say, in the next 5 years? I know you mentioned 10 years, but what are you doing specifically?
Well, my impact number is 10 million entrepreneurs in the next 3 to 5 years. And one of the things that I've already started doing is speaking, because there's a lack of awareness around what we know from the science of happiness and some of the tools and strategies you can easily implement that will have that positive impact in your life and in your business. So I speak on stages at events. Up to this point, mostly in the Netherlands, but I'm hoping to go global very soon. And the second part is I'm starting an online academy where there are courses that people can go through fairly easy, very quickly, so they can see the impact in their life and business also.
So with the science of happiness, what would you say is the first thing happiness could do to impact your life or to change your life?
Well, one of the things that we know from the science of happiness is if you feel good, you do good, and you attract good to you. So it's really important to be mindful about, what do I feel? What kind of emotions am I experiencing right now? And what do they mean to me? And just be aware of that there is a very important step. As soon as you know what you're aware of, your emotions, then you can deal with them, and you can train your brain into recognizing the triggers that trigger a certain emotion, whether that be positive or negative. And it all starts there. As soon as you know this trigger, that's what you can change.
Wow, that's beautiful. So I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the importance of having coaches and mentors. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yes. Well, I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for my coaches and my mentors. And I mentioned the one that I wrote the chapter about, but I have several, and I still do to this day. I have several coaches, several mentors. I have a tribe of other purpose-driven entrepreneurs to support me. I wouldn't be able to get up in the morning to do what I needed to do with such a big vision. I mean, we're talking about millions, and most people that I share with that with are like, you can't impact millions, and I'm about to. And there are ways to do that, and you need that tribe around you, that people that say, no, get up, you can do this. You might not know how, but you know you need to do this. Or I'll end up on my deathbed looking back thinking, what if I had just tried? What if I've just taken that leap of faith and tried to do that? How would the world be impacted by that? And I truly want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to end up in the history book saying she made a positive impact in my life, and I truly honor her for doing that. So yes, I think it's really important. If you don't have a mentor or coach right now, find one. There are a lot of people that are truly willing and able to support you in any way, shape, or form. And find a tribe, find a group of people. Jim Rohn said it beautifully. You're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself the most with. Make those 5 people count.
You're absolutely right about that. So if somebody wants to reach out to you, how can they do that?
Well, they can find me on social media. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Unfortunately, my website isn't up right now, so I can't mention that. But if you find me on LinkedIn, send me a message. I'm more than happy to chat.
So is that under your name, Loubna Zarrou?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll make sure in our show notes that we have that spelled out so that people can find you, because it is spelled a little bit differently. So I'm going to come back over to Diana, because there's some pretty exciting things going on with the Champions Book Project and Memories in a Mansion. So tell me, Diana, what's coming up soon for Memories in a Mansion?
I wanted to reiterate something Loubna said. Being happy isn't something people are aware that they're not until someone points it out. And for me, I was always told, be realistic, because I always had these ginormous, illusions and dreams that I wanted to achieve. That was my mother. My mother was, and she did it with love and with the best intention, but it was to be realistic. Why? Why be realistic when you can make so much more happen when you're not? Because what's real is what you make. And I learned that. And that's what I want to impact these young girls with. And Champions, Mentoring Creates Change, and Memories in a Mansion is coming out into the world on August 1st from 7 to 10 at Villa Woodbine with Chef Bill Hansen, who is going to cater the food. He's amazing. His cuisine is phenomenal. And he's also an author in the book as Loubna and yourself. And I'm so excited of the group of people that I have met. And I met Loubna on social media. And because of her, I learned that there was a happiness ambassador, that there are ambassadors out there that make people aware of the fact that happiness is so important. So thank you. And the other ambassadors for bringing this, out into people's awareness. Thank you.
So the big event coming up for the Champions, there'll be a book signing. That's August 1st in Coconut Grove at Villa Woodbine. Is that how you say that?
Yes, it's Villa Woodbine on Bayshore Drive in Coconut Grove. And we're having the book signing. We're bringing, we're telling the world, hey, Memories in a Mansion is here. Get ready. And we're impacting the lives of young women.
Wow. And you can get the tickets to that online on Facebook at Memories in a Mansion TM, which stands for trademark, or go to the website memoriesinamansion.org to get more information. So, Loubna, I wanted to ask you before I let you go, do you have any other comments you'd like to add?
Make a conscious choice to be happy each and every day and to feel happy. We as human beings make a lot of stuff up. And we get to choose whether we make the positive things stuff up or the negative. which one would you like?
That's a pretty phenomenal question to choose. Happiness is the one that I think most of us would choose. Diana?
We have a job, we have a mission to live to our life's fullest potential. And if we can help one person achieve the same, we're making a tremendous impact in the world. If all of us helped one person, just one person, imagine what this world would be like.
You're absolutely right. Just think about that, everyone. One person, if you could reach out and lift up one person, mentor one person, coach one person, you could change not only their lives, but the lives of all the people around them and create a ripple effect. So go look up memoriesinamansion.org and be sure to reach out to Loubna Zarrou on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you can find her. And again, thank you so much. I really learned a lot, and you really opened my mind to a lot of different ideas today, Loubna, and you also, Diana. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Everyone, this is Tammy Patzer. Go make it a beautiful day.
You've been listening to Women Innovators with Tammy Patzer. To learn more, please go to womeninnovatorsradio.com. And please do subscribe and share to spread the big messages and big missions to change the world.